What I like to have right now is for you highly emotional, highly sensitive, grown boys and girls of society to exit my channel as I speak to mature adult men and women on topics you get triggered on and are sensitive to. And with that being said, the title of this video is called, Do I Feel Sorry for Biracial or Mixed Grown Girls who are with abusive black male xenomorphs? No, I don't. Zero. I just don't. You know, I've been getting some emails from biracial males. And I say male because it's straight down the middle. I haven't spoken to them on the phone to determine whether or not they're an adult or a grown boy. But the way one speaks, he speaks like a grown boy, and he constantly tells me about how verbally abusive, light-skinned women are towards him. You know, biracial or mixed. And I'm thinking to myself, why are you calling them women? Because light-skinned, biracial, and mixed women aren't verbally abusive. They're not. That's the grown girls. So address them as to what they are. Grown girls. Wonder Women. Stop with that whole woman this and woman that. This light-skinned woman this said this to me. In fact, I'm really starting to believe that maybe it's all fake. Maybe he's just watching too many YouTube videos and seeing them say certain things about light-skinned men on Instagram or on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, and he's just telling me what he sees, face value. I don't think it's really happening to him, but that's a whole nother story. But the chaos within the mind of the biracial and mixed light-skinned grown girl, that has nothing to do with you. The destruction of her and the rest of them has nothing to do with you. For the biracial male who emailed me, and I know you're watching this video, that has nothing to do with you. Let them fall off a cliff and deal with that dark skin, dark brown skin, and that ghetto cliche, light skin nigga, xenomorph on her own. And quit trying to be a Captain Save-A-Ho. Because when the time comes, she's either going to try to want to say, I need to be saved by someone who's of class and elegance, or she's going to try to reinvent herself to where she is of class and elegance, when we know that's completely false. You see, she's been programmed. She's been conditioned by her ghetto masculine aunties, her ghetto masculine female girl cousins. I said that wrong. By her masculine grown girl cousins. There you go. By her effeminate, emotional uncle boys. By her masculine grandmama. And if, in fact, her masculine black mama is in the picture, then her as well. She's been conditioned by them to have a prejudice, to be racist towards light-skinned men who's of class, who have sense, who's morally upright, and don't have time for ignorance. Anything that's above them, they're told to disrespect. But that ghetto, low-class scum, creature thing, that xenomorph, respect him, coddle him, baby him, help him. Because he'll stick with you, baby. He'll stick with you no matter what. That's what she's told. She believes it. She eats it up. swallows it, and that is her doctrine. So now when she's out and about, she's looking for that for that xenomorph to coddle, to baby, to mold into a man she thinks she can mold into of elegance. And you know, and I know, that's far from the truth. See, because this baby boy, he can play the role to a certain extent of him being a man. Until things are not going his way, then he begins to be very verbally abusive. That's the first. She happens to have brothers. He'll make crucial, harsh remarks regarding her and her brothers. You light-skinned bitch. You just like them old light-skinned bitch-ass nigga brothers is yours. You know what I'm saying? Your daddy probably white. He not white. Or your mama probably white. That's why, you know what I'm saying, with your mama being white, that's why y'all some fucking sissy-ass niggas. That's what he tells her. That's what he calls her, including her brothers. The verbal assaults come every day. And she takes it. Because regardless of what side it is, maybe her dad is white and her mom is black. Or maybe her dad is black and her mom is white. Whatever black side there is, if it's the male or the female, they condition her to duke it out and stay with him. He's just going through some problems. Help him, baby. He'll change for you. Just pray on the Lord and he'll change for you. You think the Lord gonna hear you when you're dealing with a damn demon? The Lord above us all don't deal with demons. Demons deal with demons. And once this demon has injected his poison into you, you'll become just that, a demon. Mentally and physically, you start to think like him. You start to act like him. You know, overall, just behave like him. You see, that's what he wants. That's why he programs you. He tells you all the false lies about light-skinned men. And he constantly abuses you at the same time while he's doing it. Verbally abuse you. But then when you start to slip away just a little bit, when you start to slip away from this demonic programming, that's when he becomes physical with you. Oh, he does. He pulls your hair, he beats, he slaps you, he hits you in the stomach. He doesn't hit you in the face just yet, but he pulls your hair, hits you in all the body, underneath the neck. He hits you underneath the neck. So he hits you in the stomach, kicks you in the leg. He does all this crazy shit because he was raised by a masculine female, the black grown girl, along with his masculine aunties, his masculine grown girl cousins, and his effeminate uncles. He has no structure. That goes for the dark skin, the dark brown skin, the brown skin, and yes, that light skin as well. You have a lot of them who act just like the dark skin and the dark brown skin. He's light on the outside, but he's dark in the inside. You get it? He's the same exact way. The same exact way. He's wicked, just like him. And those are the ones that myself and my brother had to fight back in the day. Just a side note. We had to fight those ghetto ones who hung out with those ghetto scum xenomorphs. We had to deal with them. To this day, we still deal with them. Even at my age, me being in my 30s, I still have to, every now and then, have to deal with them. But back on the topic. She gets abused verbally and physically by him. She stays with him. Why? Because I love him. No, you don't. You've been conditioned to love him. Because he put a spell on you. He does that with every female he encounters. He puts spells on them, just like that white beta male, just like that radical Latino boy. But that xenomorph I'm talking about, he puts spells on females, and it works sometimes. But I'll tell you who won't work on. I'll say 7 out of 10. The other 3, it will work on. Those women, those biracial and mixed women, adult women, it doesn't work. The Asian woman, the white woman, the Latina woman, the Indian woman, it doesn't work. But out of those 3, out of that 10, it's going to work on, because those women get involved, follow me, with grown girls at their job. And they put in their mind that woman who turned into a grown girl all the crazy shit that they know of when it comes to the dating game, the social game, what have you. So she went from being a woman to a grown girl. The 3 out of the 10, that's what they go through. But the 7 out of 10, those women, they don't fall for it. This xenomorph abuses this light-skinned, biracial, or mixed grown girl because he feels entitled to. Without me, you wouldn't even be born. It's my ancestors' genes that made y'all light-skinned people. Ain't that what he says? And God forbid if she has a kid by this cursed creature. She's really fucked. And especially if this is a boy. It's over. Hey, if it's a girl, it's over too. She might get S-word abuse. Because that's how sick he is. And you know that's the damn truth. Once she's had 2 or 3 kids with this xenomorph, it's a wrap. There's no going back. If she came from, if you remember the 3, the women who went from grown girls, she can't be a woman no more. She's no longer a woman. She's a grown girl with children. You can't go back to trying to be a woman, an adult woman, because you lowered yourself. Dating a xenomorph lowers your standards. So when they find out that you got kids by a xenomorph, this light-skinned man, this mixed, attractive, light-skinned man, or even a white man in some cases, if she chooses to go and date outside of her race, when they find out you got a kid by a xenomorph, it's a wrap. They don't want nothing to do with you. Because that light-skinned man already know, who's of knowledge and wisdom and understanding, he already know that you been brainwashed. He don't want to go through that. He's had cousins, female cousins, who's been in relationships with these xenomorphs. He's seen it. You think he's going to put himself in a situation like that? No. Not at all. He's not going to go through it. You think he's going to put himself and jeopardize his livelihood, his career, knowing that you will never be able to get away from the xenomorph? Do you understand that? Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you in this video? Biracial and grown girl. Biracial and mixed grown girl. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? I'm not talking about the women, the mixed and biracial women. You guys are excluded. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But for the grown girls, there's no going back. You've been injected with poison. No one is going to want you. No one of high class, that is. No one of high caliber. No one who's consistent on want to be more successful in life. You're not going to get him. And if you do get him, he's probably an undercover simp. And that's the truth. You've been conditioned and brainwashed and bamboozled to deal with this xenomorph and to coddle this Cooney Tune from all sorts of sources, from YouTube to Instagram to TikTok to Facebook. And you believe this gunk, this junk. But when you look at a light-skinned mixed man like myself or my brothers, you get disgusted. But for the ladies, the women who watches me, and they know who they are, they're not disgusted with me. It's the grown girls who don't like me. The ladies, the mature adult women who watches me and make comments, they know what they see, and I'm certain they like what they see. But those grown girls who's been conditioned by that xenomorph, or sometimes it can even be if she, that white side of her, that white side of the family, they may not like mature adult light-skinned men. They can condition her to just go with that xenomorph. And that's the truth. That's something that some don't talk about. You got to be held accountable for your actions on you getting abused verbally and physically by this xenomorph. No one told you to date him. Who influenced you? Who told you? Your family, social media, and now you have to suffer dealing with this it. He may permanently damage you physically to where you're handicapped, or mentally. Mentally is far worse than physical. Sometimes this baby boy xenomorph it can't control himself, and he'll just delete you from the earth. You have no one to blame but yourself. So think about it. You want people to feel sorry for you. No one's going to do that. Maybe these undercover simps, these biracial boys, these mixed boys, they'll simp for you. They know who they are. You know who you are. They'll simp for you. Low key. And they want something in return. But for the most part, light-skinned men, whether he be mixed or biracial, or men in general, are not going to take that burden of dealing with a damaged, confused, fucked up, poisonous, biracial, and mixed grown girl. That's all I got for this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Drop a comment in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video.